In the heart of Washington, D.C., where history breathes through marble monuments and whispers through old trees, stands a building unlike any other in the world, the White House. To many, it is simply the residence of the President of the United States, but to those who listen closely, it is something far more powerful, a silent witness to centuries of triumph, sorrow, courage, and change. This is not just the story of a building. This is the story of time itself, told through walls that have seen everything. Chapter 1. A House is Born. Long before it became a global symbol of power, the White House was just an idea, a dream envisioned by a young nation. After the American Revolution, the United States needed a capital, and more importantly, a place where its leader could live and govern. In 1792, construction began under the direction of Irish-born architect James Hoban. Workers, many of them enslaved African Americans, labored tirelessly to build the grand structure. Stone by stone, the house rose from the ground, its white sandstone walls shining under the sun. By 1800, the house was ready. President John Adams became its first resident. As he walked through its empty halls, he reportedly prayed that only wise and honest leaders would ever live there. Little did he know, the house would soon face its first great trial. Chapter 2. Fire and Ashes. In 1814, during the War of 1812, British troops marched into Washington. The city was defenseless, and soon flames consumed many government buildings, including the White House. The fire raged through its halls, destroying furniture, documents, and memories. The once proud building stood blackened and broken, its walls scarred by war. Yet, even in destruction, the spirit of the White House endured. After the war, reconstruction began immediately. The same architect, James Hoban, returned to rebuild it. The walls were painted white to cover the burn marks, and from then on it became known as the White House. It was a symbol of resilience, a reminder that even in defeat, a nation could rise again. Chapter 3. Echoes of Great Leaders. Over the decades, the White House became home to some of the most influential leaders in history. Abraham Lincoln walked its halls during the darkest days of the Civil War. At night, he would sit alone, writing speeches that would shape the future of a divided nation. It is said that even after his death, some have claimed to feel his presence, like a quiet guardian watching over the country he fought to preserve. Franklin Roosevelt guided the nation through the Great Depression and World War II from within these walls. Despite his physical limitations, his spirit was unbreakable, and his voice reached millions through radio broadcasts that brought hope in desperate times. John F. Kennedy brought youth and energy to the White House. His presidency was marked by ambition and vision, but also tragedy. His time in the White House was short, yet unforgettable. Each president left a mark, not just on the nation, but on the house itself. Chapter 4. The Hidden Life Inside. To the outside world, the White House is a place of power and politics, but inside it is also a home. Children have played in its corridors, families have laughed, celebrated birthdays, and shared quiet dinners. First ladies have redecorated rooms, turning cold halls into warm living spaces. There are over 130 rooms in the White House, each with its own story. The Oval Office, where decisions that shape the world are made. The East Room, where ceremonies and gatherings take place. The Situation Room, where leaders face moments of crisis. And then there are the lesser-known spaces, the kitchens where chefs prepare meals for world leaders, the gardens where flowers bloom year after year, and the private quarters where presidents can, for a moment, escape the weight of their responsibilities. Chapter 7. Nights of Mystery. As old as it is, the White House carries stories that go beyond history, stories of mystery. Staff members have reported strange sounds at night, footsteps in empty halls, doors creaking open, faint voices echoing through the darkness. One of the most famous stories involves Abraham Lincoln. Several people, including world leaders and first ladies, have claimed to feel his presence. Some say they have seen his shadow near the bedroom where he once worked. Whether these stories are true or simply the imagination of those who walk its halls, they add another layer to the White House, a sense that the past never truly leaves. Chapter 6: A Stage for the World. The White House is not just a home or an office, it is a stage where history unfolds. World leaders from every corner of the globe have walked through its doors. Agreements have been signed, alliances formed, and conflicts resolved. Moments of celebration have filled its rooms, but so have moments of tension and uncertainty. During times of crisis, the White House becomes the center of decision-making. From wars to economic challenges, the choices made within its walls affect millions of lives. Yet through it all, the building remains steady, a constant presence in an ever-changing world. Chapter 8: Change and Progress. Over the years, the White House has changed, just like the nation it represents. It has undergone renovations, expansions, and modernizations. Electricity was added, then telephones, and later advanced technology that connects it to the world. But more importantly, it has witnessed social change. Leaders have worked to address issues of equality, justice, and freedom. Laws have been shaped, movements supported, and voices heard. The White House has seen the nation struggle with its past and strive toward a better future. Chapter 9: The People's House. Despite its power and prestige, the White House is often called the People's House. Every year, thousands of visitors come to see it, not just as a building, but as a symbol of democracy. It belongs not just to one leader, but to the entire nation. From the outside, people gather to take photos, to protest, to celebrate. It stands as a reminder that leadership comes from the people and serves the people. Chapter 10: A New Day, a New Story. Each new president brings a new chapter to the story of the White House. Furniture may change, decorations may be updated, but the essence remains the same. The building continues to witness history as it unfolds, day by day, decision by decision. From quiet mornings to intense nights, the White House never truly rests. Chapter 11: The Silent Witness. If the White House could speak, what stories would it tell? It would speak of courage and fear, of victory and loss, of hope and determination.
Thanks for watching the video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.